Flatbroke Garage. Welcome. If you're new, thanks for coming. If you've been here before, thanks for coming back. And if you're a subscriber, thanks for subscribing. I got something a little different. I got a story. You can see I'm standing by our 1953 GMC 5-window short bed pickup truck. There's a link to it at the end of this video, where we found it out on a mountain in North Carolina. We brought it back and it's been kind of serving as our little flower pot here. It's an OTF other than Ford. Some of you guys think I'm just a Ford guy. I have Chevy trucks, I got a Jeep, and you know, I kind of like them all. But I gotta tell you a quick story. There's gnats here. A couple days ago I was cutting my grass and a pickup truck came by, 2 guys in it, kind of drove by. And I live in a dead-end street in the Smoky Mountains, so you know, you kind of pay attention because nobody comes down here. And a couple minutes later the truck came back a little bit slower. And I kind of looked at them, gave them the old Smoky Mountain wave, and they pulled into my driveway. They got out and introduced themselves, and they said, "Hey, is that your truck back there?" And I went, yeah. He goes, "Well, somebody had told us about an old Chevy truck sitting back off this road. Could this be it?" I said, "Well, could be." I said, "It's a GMC." He said, "Well, can I go look at it?" I went, "Yeah." So they came back here and looked at it, and he said, "Wow, it's a 5-window." Yeah. He goes, "Well, what's the story?" I said, "Well, we pulled it off a mountain. Somebody had abandoned it, and we got it here. We got it running and driving, and you know, we're kind of gathering parts, and right now we're using it as a flower pot. You know, we plant flowers in it and stuff, and you know." And he kind of kicks it around. He looks around. He said, "Well, that's a cool old truck over there. What's that?" So it's a Ford F-150 4x4 short bed. You know, "What are you doing with that?" I said, "Well, you know, I got it at an auction. I just kind of keep it over there." He comes back to the truck here and he says, "Well, is it for sale?" And as I said it, I felt the words come out of my mouth. I said, "I'm gonna fix it one of these days." I couldn't believe I said it. I became one of those guys. I never thought I'd be one of those guys that said, "I'm gonna fix it someday." And you could see the look, you know, the guy's like, whatever, you know. And he gave me his number and stuff, and he says, "Well, if you ever want to sell it, you know, just give me a call." Well, I'm here to tell you guys, I am gonna fix it someday. As a matter of fact, we have been gathering parts for this truck, and the bed, the wood bed that's on it's kind of rotten and falling off. It's just, that's how we found it. So I'm going to be pulling it up to the shop. We're going to kind of make a laundry list of more things I need. I do have a bed. It's in rough shape. I got some fenders and running boards. Change some glass on it. Pull the gas tank out. Do a gas tank upgrade on it. The brakes have been replaced. So it does run and drive, believe it or not. Battery charges. I mean, it's here. We have a title for the truck. It's insured. So yeah, let's get this thing pulled up here and kind of do a walk around checklist on it and see what it is I got to do to this. You got some weeds growing in her. But when I got the truck, it had no floor in it. Guy cut the floor completely out and ended up putting a floor in it. I used self-tappers for now, but nothing was holding the cabin. I hope there's no hornets in here. I ain't been in here in a while. It'd suck if there's hornets, but let's see. Choke. No, I really haven't started this in a while. This isn't a setup thing. And there's your proof. It don't start. Let's try that. Huh. Well, maybe go check the battery. Alright, we remashed the battery connection. See if she'll pick up. Let's see if any fuel's coming up. The fuel bowl No, we got nothing up there. Be right back. I get some tools. It's a Chevy. It should start right up, right? Dang it. Check the wire off the coil. That looked a little loose, so maybe that was it. Fingers crossed. Let's see if that solves it. Usually she fires right up. Let's see. There we go. Got a little fuel leak. Nothing burning yet. All right, now we got her up here. Let me just kind of give you a rundown on the old girl here. It is a 1953 GMC 3100. It has a 248 stove bolt 6-cylinder engine. Now, for you Chevy guys, this is not a Chevy. This is a GMC. They made their own engines. You know, GMC kind of had their own thing going on. I just found out this hood ornament is a kind of a rare GMC hood ornament. Could be wrong, but somebody told me that. It's kind of rough. It's missing the running boards. I have running boards for this side. And the reason why this truck was parked, because the state of North Carolina has a safety inspection. And this guy knew that his truck was getting a little rusty and his frame started rusting. So he decided to fix the frame. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't know what that is. I think he bought all the JB Weld he could buy. It's like melted aluminum or something. So he just put a piece of angle iron over the top and kind of bazookaed that on there. That didn't fly very good with the safety people. It's got a crack here. So obviously this is major. This needs to be cut out, kind of boxed back in and, you know, made a lot better. Also, the floors were completely rotted out of it. So I went out to, I believe it was AMD, Auto Metal Direct. And they have the complete floors for these things. Now they sell a complete floor, they sell it in 3 pieces or whatever you want. I bought the 2 pieces and then the center section for the trans cover. He had cut the floor out, and the floor is what holds the cab on. These are the cab mounts too. So I just kind of wanted to get the cab up and not falling off, because the only thing holding it were the fenders. So I just got some self-tappers, lined everything up, jacked the cab up and self-tapped it all down. Bought some new cab mounts, mounted it on. It's holding. Now, I know it's not right. It's not right. But like I said, I'm just trying to save and preserve what I have without it falling apart further. So that was our first bandage. The rockers on the truck, they're pretty good. Driver's door, you know, it's got rust on it. She's got all the Bondo right here. So that's fine. It, you know, like I said, doors don't close great. It's got a little more Bondo here, like Bondo. Fender's a little rotted, but they make parts. They make all the parts for this truck. Like I said, it's got this wooden bed on it that we had like melons and stuff growing in here. Now it's kind of turned into some kind of hay fever thing. It needed a tailgate for the back, so I found an old Shell lubrication, half a porcelain sign laying in the junk. So I thought this sign would be cool, so I put it across the back, so it's a vacation sign. Whatever, but it works for tailgate. You know, then we had the flowers, flora and fauna. You know, decoration. It looks nice, sitting in the driveway, coming in. So, but we gotta start assessing this thing. You know, like I said, it is a 5-window. That's pretty rare, I guess. It's really starting to deteriorate now. The paint, it looks like house paint. This truck was black originally, so I don't know. We might try SOS, clean it up, possibly clear it. The fuel tank in these was behind the cab, and there's my boat tank I'm running it on. Look at how often you see these anymore. Gun racks. Man, you used to see those and everything. Not no more. Old gun rack's pretty cool. But so the fuel tank's back here. That's got to go. Now I read one of the GMC Chevy truck sites that a Mustang, like a 60s Mustang gas tank, will fit between the frame rails in the back. So that'd be a good fit. Put the gas tank back there. Under the hood, I'm sure you saw, this is the original Stovebolt 248 6-cylinder. I mean, it's not really butchered up. All the squealing you hear is his fancy alternator bracket thing here is bent. You can see the, you know, it's not running straight, so we got squealing belts. We got a fuel leak. It does have antifreeze in it. Still got the old cloth wiring, most of that. But it has been converted to 12 volts. So he put these little resistors in for the headlights and gauges and shit. But, you know. So we're going to give it a little cleanup. And like I said, I got running boards. They're not the best, but, you know, they're better than the missing one. So got some running boards back there for it. I got a truck bed behind the shop. It's all right. I got 2 fenders for the bed. Collected those. So we got those. I mean, I got the parts. It takes time. I got stuff. So yes, I'm working on the forge, but you know, it's a line. So we're gonna get this cleaned up. See if I can maybe clear coat it or something. Kind of stop the weather, because the weather's just eating this thing up. I got to kind of slow down the deterioration. And see other little things we can do to it. But stay tuned. All right, I'm going to soak it down. My dog, Roy the dog here, likes water. All right, so we got it scrubbed off with the car wash stuff. I got up on the roof already, but I'm using these Brillo pads, soap in them. And we're going to give it a shot, just like we did on the other car. Let it down here. It takes a lot of the stuff off, you know, and now granted, put scratches in it, and this paint isn't very thick at all. It's like paper thin, but just kind of want to save what's here for now, you know, until we decide what to do with it. But you can see it just flakes off. But I guess we're just going to try and clear over it so no more of it flakes off. So we'll get her cleaned up and hopefully we can save some of this dingy yellow. See that? So we got the washing done and the Brillo pad scrubbing. It's a lot better, you know, I mean, you know, probably couldn't have gotten much worse, but I'm going to try and get some wet sandpaper and sand it gently because I don't want to go through this whatever yellow paint's really thin. But if I can get a little bit of shine to it and kind of save it a bit so we can clear it, we'll see what happens. Basically, I'm going to start out with the big guns, the 320. Then I go down to like a 600. Yeah. And from there, I just buff it. I mean, like I said, it's not a show car. I'm just trying to, you got to sand off at least just because the dirt's just stuck in it. So I got to sand some of it off. So we'll just get chewing on it. So we wet sanded it, and this is what we got, just the dull finish. I didn't want to go too much because, like I said, the paint's, it's thin. So we'll grab the buffer and some kind of medium compound and see if we can bring any shine back to the hood. I don't know. I'm kind of doubting that on this one, but we'll see. There's a little before and after. There's the before. Kind of hard to see or not in the sun. Just, you know. And after. I guess you can polish a turd or put perfume on a pig, but it's starting to get some shine. I mean, you know, for what it is, looks like Benjamin Moore house paint, but getting little, so you know, we'll just keep at it. So we're finishing up putting on our high-tech 2-stage clear coat. We got it all clean, dried off, and just kind of misting. Kind of misting the clear coat over it, just to kind of hold down what's left. You know, it doesn't, it's got some shine to it. I mean, it's got that wet look, that being wet, and hopefully the clear kind of, you know, holds down what's left, but I don't know, it ain't bad. I like it. I mean, it's not restored, it's saved. I like that. It's just saved. You know, we'll restore it another day or somebody else will, but it's saved. You know, we kind of stopped the process of death, or maybe just slowed it. We'll get there, baby steps. Well, she's all cleaned up, kind of. She's got a shine now, see that? I'm gonna have to go park it for a little bit. I got to get the tires on the Falcarino. If you guys have been following that, my tires are in. I got to go put them on and get that car done. Then we'll get that car out, and we're going to get this into the shop, and we're going to put a box on it and fix that alternator. Going to found the other running board mount smashed. It's under there, so pull that out. Maybe see about putting a Mustang fuel tank in it, getting a real fuel system in it, and just kind of nip and tuck other items. So if you like this, please click follow along, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it.